Hi, I'm Samantha Dalby, and I'm the Director of K-12 Education at NewBoCo. We are a nonprofit based in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, and we work with both students and educators around STEM and particularly computer science. As you learned from Steve, BioNeos helps scientists understand lots and lots of information collected from their research. The science research may be around biology and genetics, areas related to the medical field. Another exciting way that STEM impacts the medical field is through robotic surgery. Surgeons can control a remotely located robot to make complicated procedures a bit easier. Today, we'll learn how to program some fun robots and how to create your own if you'd like. So to program our remote robots today, we are using some robots that Bird Brain Technologies has generously made available to anyone to use. To start, you will go to birdbraintechnologies.com/remote-robots, and we'll share this link for easy access. On this page, you'll find lots of information about the robots available, as well as the robots down here. Now, there are 5 robots available. Some of them share half of a webcam. And then the one down here that we're going to use as a demo today is a full webcam size where you can program the city. Each of these robots uses a variety of different servo motors and LEDs to light up. To start with the robot, you'll just click any of these blue or teal buttons, and that will open up the code for you to get started. So today I've chosen to program the city as an example. When you click on one of those buttons, it will open up a screen similar to this. This is using Nets blocks, which allows us to connect remotely to the robots. And it is a drag and drop visual programming language similar to Scratch. You'll see that they all have a demo code to get you started. And the very first thing you need to do is to connect to the robot so that only one person can program it at a time. You'll do this either by clicking this block up here or pressing the C key on your keyboard. You will know that you have access to the robot. Down here, most of them have a little visual. If it's available for anyone to use still, it'll have a check mark. You can see that I have control of this because it has an X. Another little tip to know is that there is about a 10 to 20 second delay. So if you click something and nothing happens yet, just pause and be patient. It takes a little bit for it to respond via the webcam. There's a delay. All right, so let's get started. We're going to look through the sample code that they have here and resources available. And keep in mind that the idea of this activity is to explore and to experiment, see what works, what doesn't, and to learn from it. So the example code here is in a repeat loop. You can see that they intend for this to repeat 10 times, and it's going to control the Hummingbird rotation server number 2. And if we look at our tidbit here, it's going to tell us what that means. So the rotation servo 2 turns the Ferris wheel, and it also gives us the range that we can enter for that second oval. It can be -100 to 100. So you'll see here that the default is 30. Next, it's going to turn on the Hummingbird LED number 1. It's going to turn it to 0%. So if we look down here, we're going to see that, maybe it'll tell us, that will turn on the brightness level for that LED. In this similar case, this is Hummingbird LED number 3, and it's going to turn it on. So let's do this sample, and then it's going to wait 1 second in between this. So we're going to run this and see what happens in our live video feed down here in the right corner, and then we'll make some modifications and run it again. All right, we're waiting patiently for our delay. Great, so now we see that the Ferris wheel is spinning, the lights are flashing on in the buildings, and it's doing that, repeating 10 times. As you're exploring this, another tip is to go to these block sections up here. So NetsBlocks can do a lot more than just program the Hummingbird robots, but you will be able to find all of the blocks that control the servo motors and lights under the custom section. So please feel free to drag these different blocks in to explore what they each do. If you aren't sure, you can reference the yellow section here that has tidbits about the outputs that are available to you. And we hope that you have fun. So after you've gotten to play with the Hummingbird robots remotely, you might want to create your own and then make it available for others to program remotely. If you're interested in this, you can go to the birdbraintechnologies.com/remote-remote-hummingbird. Many schools in Iowa have access to Hummingbird kits, or these can be purchased online. On this site, it has all of the instructions that you will need to be able to copy existing projects and then modify them based on the robot that you've built. So they walk you through all of these steps and what you need to have access to. And then you can make it public on your school page or share it with classmates or your teacher and allow others to explore and create as well.